Your brain's relationship with food extends far beyond simply providing energy. The brain needs a lot of fuel. It uses about 20% of your diet's energy while making up only 2% of your body weight. The food you eat directly shapes how well you think, how you feel, and your brain's long-term health. One aspect I love about the intersection of nutrition and brain science is how they work together to maintain our mental health. People who follow Mediterranean diets have a 25% to 35% lower chance of depression than those eating typical Western foods. Scientists have found that foods high in refined sugars relate to poor brain function and can make mood disorders worse. Brain-friendly foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids are vital, especially when you have to think clearly. These fats make up about 60% of your brain structure. In this piece, we'll learn about the science connecting food and mood. We'll get into which nutrients help your brain work best, and find out how wise food choices might shield your mind from decline as you age. How food fuels your brain. Your brain works like a high-performance engine that needs specific fuel. It just needs a steady flow of glucose from your bloodstream to keep its neural activity going even when you sleep. A normal-weight adult uses about 200 grams of glucose daily. The brain alone takes up about 130. That's 2/3 of the total. The fuel for your thinking machine comes from macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The World Health Organization suggests a balanced diet should have 55 to 75% carbohydrates, 10 to 15% protein, and 15 to 30% fat. The type of carbs you eat substantially affects how well your brain works. Your brain gets steady fuel from complex carbohydrates found in whole grains, beans, and fruits. These foods have fiber that slows down glucose absorption. Simple carbs like refined sugars work differently. They cause quick blood sugar spikes and drops, which can leave your brain short on energy. That's why you experience the sugar crash. Studies show people who eat the most carbohydrates are 3.6 times more likely to develop mild cognitive issues than those who eat the least. People who eat lots of sugar are 1.5 times more likely to see their cognitive abilities decline. Brain glucose levels stay well below blood levels all the time. Normal brain glucose stays between 1 to 2.5 millimers. Blood has 5 millimers. During severe hypoglycemia, these levels can drop to risky levels around 0.5 millimers. Water is vital for brain function and makes up about 75% of brain mass. Your brain starts working less effectively with just 2% body water loss. This affects how well you concentrate, react, and remember things. People who drink more water, 2.5 L instead of 1.2 L daily, think better, feel less confused, and show better cognitive performance. You can keep your brain running at its best by eating complex carbs with proteins and healthy fats. This helps maintain steady glucose levels throughout your day. Nutrients that support brain performance. Specific micronutrients play significant roles in supporting and enhancing brain performance. These nutrients are the foundations of cognitive function. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA and EPA, are fundamental to brain health. Your brain's omega-3 content consists of 90% DHA, which helps cell membrane fluidity and neurotransmission. Studies have shown that individuals with higher omega-3 levels have larger hippocampal volumes, a brain region responsible for learning and memory. Research reveals that people who consume more phosphatidylcholine have a 28% lower risk of dementia. B vitamins enhance cognitive function through multiple pathways. Your body needs vitamin B6 to synthesize neurotransmitters, while B12 and folate maintain myelin sheaths that cover nerves. A comprehensive analysis of 95 studies with 46,175 participants showed that B vitamin supplements slowed cognitive decline, especially with early intervention. Adults over 50 who consumed more folate had a 61% lower risk of dementia. Choline, abundant in eggs and meat, creates acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that controls memory. Higher choline consumption is associated with improved memory performance and visual memory scores. Research indicates that adequate choline levels can reduce the risk of cognitive dysfunction by 40%. Magnesium controls calcium channels and NMDA receptors in the brain, which affects memory and learning abilities. Research demonstrates that magnesium supplements protect cognitive function by blocking GSK3V, an enzyme linked to Alzheimer's disease. Antioxidants such as vitamin C and E, lutein, and zeaxanthin shield your brain from oxidative damage. People with the highest lutein and zeaxanthin blood levels showed a 7% lower dementia risk. Beta-cryptoxanthin reduced this risk by 14%. Your brain performs best when you eat foods rich in these nutrients. Include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, leafy greens, nuts, especially walnuts, eggs, colorful fruits and vegetables, and whole grains in your diet. The gut-brain connection and mental health. Your digestive system and brain have a complex relationship that extends far beyond the realm of digestion. Scientists call this connection the gut-brain axis, a sophisticated two-way communication network that connects your intestinal tract with your central nervous system through neural, hormonal, and immune pathways. The gut houses an amazing 200–600 million neurons that form a second brain, which can function even without signals from your primary brain. These two systems communicate with each other constantly, and each one influences the other. Your gut produces about 90–95% of your body's serotonin, the happy hormone that's vital for mood regulation. Bacteria in your gut are the foundations of this relationship. They produce various neurotransmitters that change how your brain works. Some bacteria create serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and other chemicals that regulate mood. To cite an instance, lactobacillus bacteria found in yogurt and fermented foods help you handle stress better. They might even prevent depression and anxiety by keeping interferon gamma levels stable. A gut microbiome that's out of balance, dysbiosis, can set off inflammatory responses that disrupt mental health. Research shows that people who struggle with depression usually have less diverse gut microbiomes. They tend to have more inflammation-causing bacteria, like Bacteroidetes, and fewer anti-inflammatory bacteria, like Firmicutes. The vagus nerve acts as the primary communication highway between these systems. Here's something interesting. If signals along this nerve get blocked, the mood-boosting benefits of certain probiotics disappear. The food you eat directly affects your mental state. Studies show that fermented foods can lift your mood by changing your microbiome. On top of that, eating foods rich in prebiotics, found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and probiotics can reduce stress levels. Your food choices do more than just feed your brain. They shape the very microorganisms that influence your mental health. This creates a powerful link between what you eat and how you feel. Conclusion: the link between diet and brain function reveals powerful insights into how nutrition impacts our mental performance. Food does more than fuel us. It acts as medicine for our minds. Our brain's health substantially depends on balanced nutrition, especially when you have complex carbohydrates. These provide steady energy without the crashes that come with refined sugars. Proper hydration is a vital factor, as even mild dehydration can impair our ability to think clearly. Research indicates that specific nutrients are essential for optimal brain function. Omega-3 fatty acids keep cell membranes fluid. B vitamins help create neurotransmitters. Choline improves memory. Magnesium controls key receptors, and antioxidants guard against oxidative damage. These nutrients work together to protect our cognitive abilities throughout life. The gut-brain connection demonstrates how our food choices influence mental well-being through the microorganisms in our digestive system. These bacteria create neurotransmitters that affect our mood and cognitive function. This creates a direct link between our food and feelings. Traditional diets like the Mediterranean approach are associated with lower depression rates compared to typical Western diets. Foods rich in probiotics and prebiotics support a healthy gut microbiome that improves our mental health. Science makes a strong case. Mindful food choices benefit brain health significantly. Fatty fish, leafy greens, nuts, eggs, colorful produce, fermented foods, and whole grains should fill our plates. These foods supply the essential nutrients our minds need to perform at their best. These dietary changes may seem challenging at first, but the cognitive benefits make it worthwhile. Small, consistent changes add up to significant improvements in mental clarity, emotional stability, and long-term brain health. Note that we become what we eat. Foods that feed our bodies also shape our brain's structure and function. This knowledge enables us to make informed choices that support our physical health, cognitive abilities, and emotional well-being for years ahead.